Hello and welcome to another update video. We talk about AGNC, AGNC Investment Corp on the NASDAQ. So we take a look at the 4-day chart here first. So first of all, what you can see is that this is a chart that is basically in a lifetime downtrend. Okay, so even if I wanted to try to count 5 waves to the upside here in the beginning, between 2008 and 2012, it wouldn't be valid because price made a new low below this make or break point here at around $12. Okay, so it made a new low, so it forces us anyway into the interpretation that this is an ABC structure, a corrective move to the upside here in the beginning. To be fair, you would struggle to count it as a 5-wave move, even though you might say it looks like 5 waves. But if you counted it as a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, you can see that what would be the wave 1 and what would be the wave 4, they are overlapping. So it doesn't really give you a very good projection for further upside. Anyway, it made a new low, so the focus here is further on the downside because price broke below that bullish make or break point. When did that happen? That happened here in 2020. So the overall wave count is focused on the downside. I give it still the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, possibly this can recover at some point. So I'm only counting the move down as a WXY structure. It could be something more bearish, which could lead to, well, it go bust. Okay, so that's what it is, because it's a lifetime downtrend. There is no bullish prospect on this chart here at the moment. But still, obviously, we need to be watching as soon as this WXY correction is finished. Maybe it can start to build a 5-wave move to the upside. Bear in mind, with these charts, which are in a lifetime downtrend, they can turn around at any time, but you need a setup. Otherwise, it's a bit of a gamble. You need a setup to trade. Yeah, you need, as per Elliott wave, if you want to analyze a chart with Elliott wave, you need to see a 5-wave move up first, and then a 3-wave pullback, especially if you're coming from an all-time downtrend. Because remember, if you, let's say you buy one like that, and yeah, it looks cheap, and people say, okay, it was at whatever, $30 before, it's now at $9.50, you know, it can't drop much lower. Honestly, it's a downtrend. So downtrend goes as long as it goes until it's completely exhausted. And you need buying interest, okay, buyer's interest. So without that change in sentiment, which the Elliott waves show us by showing us a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave pullback, you haven't got a really good setup. I mean, this here is potentially something that we can look at as a potentially turning point, but I'm losing hope. So we're going to take a look at that anyway. But this is my primary wave count. Let's do the primary first, and we take a look at the bullish alternative. And for each of the wave counts, I'm going to give you the relevant levels that need to hold and the setups. So we've got here on this chart a wave W to the downside, which I think bottomed in 2016, an X wave to the upside, and a Y wave down. Got a WXY structure in the Y wave, and this is obviously what's interesting now because that's the wave in which we are. So by the way, in this wave W, I have 3 waves. I have an A wave in 5. I've got a B wave and a C wave. I've got an X wave, which is also a clear 3-wave move. And then here a 3-wave move down, again, which would be an A wave. I mean, I could count possibly this entire correction complete here if I wanted to, but that's the bullish alternative. So let's skip that. In this Y wave now, we're again looking at an ABC structure. So the idea is, in the primary wave count, an A wave down, bottomed here in 2020, recovered, didn't make a new high. Extreme weakness on this chart, yeah, extreme weakness. So it rallied, made a lower high in a B wave, and is about to take out this 2020 low again. Very weak, okay? So I don't have any bullish prospects here on this chart. There's nothing bullish about this chart that's reliable. And we would then come down in a C wave. Now in this C wave, I would be looking at 5 waves down. Wave 1 might have happened already. We might now be doing the wave 2 pullback. Could be complete. We're zooming in a minute. 3rd wave down, 4th wave, and 5th wave. Who knows where that will end? Maybe it's going to go down anyway. Okay, unfortunately. So we've had charts before, obviously, that are in a lifetime downtrend, that eventually go to bankruptcy. Now, again, this is technical analysis, but charts oftentimes show that there is some underlying trouble. Yeah. Okay. So looking at this snapshot here, and I go to the 1-day chart now. Bear in mind, we're looking at the primary expectation first. Yeah. So let's look at this. The idea is that we bottomed here in 2020 in an A wave. The rally was in a B wave into 2021, and we're now in this C wave down. Now, first of all, the higher level alternative wave count would be that it could be that this B wave is stretching out a little bit further. Okay, but for now I see it as finished. My assumption is that if we really go bullish from here, yeah, and we develop an impulse, then it would be the alternative B wave, just a larger corrective bounce. Because if you zoom out again, I have to go to the 4-day chart again. This B wave is valid as long as price stays below the X wave high at 2230. Okay. So it could just be an extended B wave. I don't think it's necessarily going to happen. Okay. But it's possible. So let me just show you, because this B wave retraced all the way up to the 78.6 retracement at $19. Perfectly respected the fib level. So therefore, I don't think we get a higher B wave. However, if we break above that $19 level, then I will assume first it's a higher B wave, which is limited here by this X wave high at 2230. Okay. How would that higher B wave take place? The higher B wave would be an ABC structure. So we would say, okay, instead of being all of B, this would just be the A wave of the B wave, B wave of the B wave, and now a 5-wave move up in a C wave. And then we start the larger move down, okay? So this is just the alternative, slightly more bullish, but and that could take a while to play out, okay? So this is one. If you see price go up significantly, it is probably that. At least that would be my view based on all the data I have at the moment. In the short term, however, primary path would be that we're following down. Here also we can subdivide this into 2 different scenarios. So either the wave 2 of this C wave, the wave 2 already topped, possible. And I would look at lower against $12.30. Okay, but if price breaks above $12.30, so we are zooming in a little bit here. It's actually, yeah, okay, $12.25. If price breaks above that level, I would assume that, and I swapped them. I'm primarily looking at lower now. But if price breaks above that level, we would look at a higher wave 2. The reason is the wave 2 really only reacted to the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement here at 1171. Got rejected. But a wave 2 can be stronger easily. Okay, 1308, 1444, and 1638 are the relevant resistance levels. Above 1638, at the same time, because it would be too much for a wave 2 normally, a higher B wave will get more likely, that we're resetting the B wave. But we can easily reset the B wave, and it's not going to be something super bullish until it really proves it. Okay, because it's a lifetime downtrend, it needs to prove itself. So then if we head down lower, if we take out the wave 1 low, which I think we're on a good way to do, it's $7.30. Then we have confirmation that we are in the 3rd wave to the downside. So target wise, obviously we don't really have any previous support levels. So we rely on Fibonacci extensions here to the downside. Let's see what the relevant next Fib extensions are here on the way down. If we take the length of the wave 1, we go to the high of the wave 2, where we're looking at here, $5.09 is the next Fib extension. 314, and then we get into the regions where, yeah, I mean, if price gets there, it's probably over. So it's really hard to say when this move down will end. Okay, very hard to say when this move down will end, because there's just at the moment no impulse visible to the upside. So there are short-term bullish options, but they're really only short-term, with either a higher wave 2 or a high B wave. To really produce something really fundamentally bullish, yeah, what would be the really, I mean, I show you the bullish overall alternative, but it's not a reliable one. Maybe in the very, very short term, if we do the very short term wave count before we do that, let's go to the 1-day chart. There isn't really much lower we can go. I mean, within the third wave, you could say, yeah. This here was a wave 1 to the downside. And this here, the wave 2 pullback. We're doing this, yeah. Also here, I mean, this wave 2 could also stretch a little higher. But the fact that these wave 2s, this one as well, yeah, and this wave 2 here as well, I mean, where did it react to in terms of retracement? See, again, okay, reached the 50, not even the 50% fib. So the wave 2s are here very, very shallow and short. It shows just a lot of weakness, right? And also today it's going down again. Again, if it takes this smaller wave 1 out at 860, then it's most likely going to take out the 730 level as well, and then it's just going to go down further. What is a bullish option? What is a bullish wave count? Well, let's do that. Let's just make a copy. I'll just show it to you so that you're equipped, but I don't see it, yeah, as a highly likely chart. The only way, so I don't see it as highly likely scenario. Actually, it's fairly unlikely, because how can I assume that this is something bullish if it's made a new all-time low? Okay. First thing I would like to do, I would typically take the Fibonacci retracements. I take the length of this move to the upside, and I can clearly see that price broke below the 78.6 retracement. That is typically already a big, big warning here, because if it's doing that, I can really not justify to count this as a 1-2 setup. Now it still has a chance because it recovered quite quickly. But any break, and then this took, I mean, this, you can call that a sustained break, right? I mean, when did it get into this region? Let me go to the daily chart here in September, and it only left it back in November. So it broke and sustained below the 78.6 fib level. So I can count a 5-wave move up here. To count this as a three-wave move down would be more challenging, but yeah, you can always, try it, but then it's not reliable, this bullish count, just purely for the reason that this came down too deep. And then if you look at this could also be a 1-2 setup, but it broke it again briefly, and it's just attacking it again. That is a possible bullish wave count, 1, 2, to do this. But I mean, this would seriously need to prove itself, okay? And I showed you the resistances in the bearish count. I mean, first of all, the price would need to break above all these resistances, yeah. And also here now, if we take a look at this 1-2 setup, I mean, I think this probably reacted to the 78.6 fib level, yes. So the more bullish count here has a chance against 845, but yeah, if it goes up from here, it's most likely on the bearish wave count, one of the alternatives, the short-term more bullish wave count. And to really turn long-term bullish, there is a lot of work here needed, okay? Really a lot of work needed. So let's go one last time back to the main chart, the primary scenario. You can see that here it could be easily this alternate wave 2 or the alternate B wave. And there isn't even much you can see on the indicators because it's just moving down. I mean, there isn't even a divergence really, because price is making higher lows, okay, but also lower highs. So I mean, I can't even rule out some kind of a triangle here, but at the moment this is what I would go with, because it seems most likely. Price seems to be weak. Last leg down here seems to be quite impulsive as well. And it's not even, look at the 4-day chart, it's not even oversold because it has taken so long to come down. So the indicator is clearly, you can see that here, for a long time it's been spending most time in the bearish range on the 4-day RSI. So spending that much time on the daily below 50 is bearish, but it's not even oversold. So it could really hit down again, come down again easily, no problem. Looking at the daily chart, I also would like to add the MACD. I think I did take that out here for some reason. Yeah, see, can you see that on the daily chart, the MACD bearish crossover? Okay, so certainly not good. Yeah, RSI will be near. It's oversold nearly, but then did the oversold reading help it? Not in an overall downtrend. Doesn't help you much, right? Here, it bounced a little, but it's likely to head down further as this seems bearish crossover on the daily MACD. 4-day MACD also crossing. Not yet crossed bearish, but it's losing bullish momentum here again. Weekly chart, similar story, nearly bearish crossover, mainly in the bearish range on the weekly. Honestly, you can look for it. There is nothing bullish here, so trend is down. There is opportunity for price to go higher in the short term, but there is no setup that would provide, that would show that with a high likelihood. With the exception of that small 1-2 setup that I showed you just on the bullish chart, that could send it higher here in a higher wave too, but that's about it. Alright, that's my update about AGNX. I hope you liked the update. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.